Another day, another console peasant that doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He's going to get swiftly spanked for not knowing what he's talking about. So, apparently, I'm running Red Dead Retard 2 at 720p, lowest settings, and at 40 Hz. Alright, so, let's see what the refresh rate of my HP monitor is before we get into gameplay. So, settings. As you can tell, I have two monitors hooked up to my main system. If I hit identify, you can clearly tell they're labeled. My main monitor, of course, is 1. And, oh look, it's 1080p. Let's see what the refresh rate is. 75 Hz. Interesting. Let's go to display properties, monitor, screen refresh rate. There is no 40 Hz option for my monitor. Though there's a 75 Hz option. I would love to get a 120 Hz monitor, but I had a limited budget and I'd rather go for a 75 Hz monitor instead of a 60 Hz. So, let's go on to Red Dead Retard 2. Here is Red Dead Retard 2. I'll pause and let all this crap go through. Alright, so the settings I'm using for Red Dead Retard 2. 1080p. 75 Hz. Interesting. Texture settings. Ultra. Lighting. Ultra. Everything is maxed that can be set to max. Of course, I turned off a few things to help with the image quality. As you can tell, not everything goes ultra. Of course, if I bump this, I'll even get worse frame rate than I'm already getting, which is basically console level. Oh, so there's a few more things I bumped to high. Whatever. Okay, let's hit apply. What's apply? A. Let's back out. Let's, how do you load into the game again? There we go. I don't play Red Dead Retard 2 that much. As I stated previously, I believe in the last video, I find this game quite boring and not really that interesting. It looks good, but it's still boring. It's just a movie. Frame rate's not the best, but this game is not that well optimized. This is a known fact for anyone playing this game on a computer, even with my specs. But I'm getting console quality frame rate at the settings I'm at, which is max. But just out of pure curiosity, let's see what happens when I set everything to low and set the resolution down to 720p. So let's see what happens. Alright, first thing to go is screen. Okay, let's go to that. Make sure I'm at put 0. Make sure I'm at 720p, full screen, VSync off. I don't mess with the settings, I just set them to the highest I want. So you gotta put up with me. Alright. Apply. Confirm. Back. 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 I'm definitely getting a very good frame rate now, but still doesn't really feel like 60 FPS, even with my system. Again, as I stated, as everyone knows that actually runs this game on a computer, this game is not that very well optimized and is very GPU bound. So with that said, let's actually run the benchmark and see what frame rate I'm actually getting. So let's see, run benchmark test. Yes. Give it a couple seconds to load the benchmark. I expect the benchmark to take a little while to load. It's not like loading in the multiplayer, or not multiplayer, but the single player. There is no FPS counter, so what I will do is I will pause and I'll come back when I'm getting towards the end of the benchmark. Here's what 720p low looks like. As you clearly can tell, it's pretty freaking atrocious. And I'm getting towards the end of the benchmark, by the way. I just want to give a proper idea of what 720p really looks like. It looks pretty freaking abysmal, to say the least. Alright, I'm getting close to the end of the benchmark. God, did this game look ugly on low. The benchmark will now just continue looping. Again, you console peasants would know this if you actually took a look at what it's like on for PC, but you're a console peasant. You wouldn't know. I mean, if you did, you would have made that stupid comment. As you can see, so I'm going to stomp benchmark. Average frame rate 75, max frame rate 104, average frame rate 100. So I can get a really damn good frame rate if I put everything to potato, but I'd rather sacrifice frame rate over quality on this game because it's basically a walking simulator and it's mostly a movie. So I don't care about frame rate with this game. If it's something like an actual true FPS like GTA 5 and whatnot, or something like GTA 5, then I would put FPS over quality any day, but not with Red Dead Retard 2. It's a boring cowboy simulator.